Good afternoon. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Fowd. I saw that you changed your picture. That's such a great rock. It was wonderful, 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 wonderful. Thank you for being here. We've been waiting for this scope for a while. Candy, welcome. I've got all the lovely people coming in. So, Nelcha, hello, my darling. How are you in your lovely green? Nelcha's been doing some wonderful, wonderful work. She's been really helping out with some fantastic photos of me and of Joel, and just loveliness. She's really supportive and very creative. Rob, welcome. Good morning, my love. How are you? Melissa, you missed yesterday live. I miss you when you're not live. I know when you're not live. I hope you managed to watch the replay, my love. Anyway, so if you don't know me, my name is Indra. Oh, thanks muchly, you're welcome. My name is Indra, silent-moon.co.uk is me. James Joe, welcome. And this is me here. And I create wonderful healing products by the light of the moon. And today is quite a big one today, because we're going to talk sexuality, sensuality, the 11 moon centers versus the 1 moon center. So the 11 moon centers of a woman and the 1 moon center of a man. So as many of you know, I'm going to turn this around. I'm actually standing up at the moment. Didn't feel like as many of you know, I work with the moon. I better sit down now, hadn't I? I'm inside today, which is very unusual for me. I was thinking of going into the woods, and then I thought, oh, guess what? You know, it's probably more of a one to do at home, this one, because it's something that you might have to have a little bit of a. Oh, you're taking a picture. Do you see my Insta post? Which one? Which one? I see many Insta posts. Christy, welcome. Welcome on. I don't know if Kelly's on, because I know Kelly was really looking forward to this one. So she'll have to watch the replay. Catherine, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Wait for a few people. With the orchid. No, I missed it. I didn't. And I've got you on notifications, so I don't know why I've missed that. Love my necklace. Which one? This one. Actually, this choker is from somebody on Instagram. I spend so much, thanks for sharing, Rob. I spent so much time looking at jewellery on Instagram. And every time somebody buys from Silent Moon, I'm thinking, oh, can I just put a little bit towards a new piece of jewellery? Because I'm just a jewellery freak. I just have so much jewellery. It's crazily silly. So it's always very welcome to have bits of jewellery in my house, especially rings. Thanks for inviting followers. So if the moon cycles, if the moon energy, if the 11 moon centers and the 1 moon center resonate with you, and you're probably thinking, what the hell is she talking about? You're all going to know about it in the next few minutes. I also invite you very strongly. This is a scope that could attract many trolls, and I'm very aware of that. You look so gorgeous this morning. Thank you, my darling. In yellow. You're not usually in yellow, Sherry. So I am so happy that a lot of my regulars are here. Just give them a tap. Don't even worry about what they're saying. Just give them a tap. If they're putting any rude, dirty comments, they're out, okay? Because I really want to work with you on this one, because it's a brilliant topic. It helps you sexually. Hello, Yenta! It helps you sexually. It helps you internally. It helps you spiritually. It helps you on all levels really start to understand who you are, okay? So this particular aspect, the moon cycles and the moon centers, comes from the background of, for me, comes from Kundalini Yoga. So it comes from my teacher, Yogi Bhajan, who was a Sikh man. And I studied Kundalini Yoga, just to give you a bit of background. Hello from London. I'm down there next weekend. Give you a bit of background about my yoga practice. I've studied yoga for almost 30 years now, believe it or not. And it helped me through recovery of anorexia. And I always said that if I was going to recover and not die from anorexia, yeah, me too, then I would teach yoga. And that's what I did, and as well as having Silent Moon as well. My actual sign is a Scorpio. My moon sign is Capricorn, and my ascendant is Virgo. So I've got all sorts going on. Double earth, water there in my main signs. I've actually just booked to have an astrology reading in September. So So it was always wonderful to do Kundalini yoga because there was a real connection. If you've never tried it, then please do. I teach it tonight. Tuesday night is my night where I teach Kundalini yoga. Oh, Capricorn moon too. I know you've told me before, Candy. So yeah, it's the heavyweight of Capricorn moon. They're ruled by Saturn, so they're all about lessons and learning lessons. So we'll always have the lessons in our lives. So as long as you can get your head around that, Candy, you should be okay. So yes, tonight is Kundalini yoga session, which I teach in that room there, and I will be actually going through this today. So I'm going to share it on Scope, and then I'm going to go through it with my ladies tonight. I've got no men tonight, so it's all ladies tonight. But I do want to talk about what it's about: 11 moon centers for the females versus the 1 moon center for the man. So do many of you know about the moon center, or is it just all brand new for you? Is it something totally new and you're wondering, what am I talking about? No, you don't know about them. It's a question. Great, good. It's always good. New, brilliant. So it's great. It's a great place to start when we don't know about anything. I always say totally new, good. Hello, Jennifer. How is Maddie? No, good. Good. It's great. Catherine, welcome again. So it's lovely that you don't know anything. So I've taken some notes. I always say when I've taken notes, because if I have to glance up, then I really want to give you all the information that I know. I'm drinking water, don't worry, I'm drinking water from my filter, my very good filter there. It's a brilliant filter, it really cleans the water. So no wine, it's in a wine bottle, but it's not wine. It's just I like the bottle. I always drink out of glass as well because it's a lot healthier. Water in a fancy bottle, absolutely. So let's start. So I'm going to start with the females because there's a lot more, thank you. There's a lot more to talk about with the women as we have 11 erogenous zones according to the moon centers. So think of yourself as a woman, okay? Rob, I know you're there. If you're a man and you have a partner, then you can sort of connect with her energy, or if it's just something of interest to you, it's really good for men to know about their women and the other aspect of this planet. So just be really aware of what I'm saying, stay open to it, ask questions, as long as they're not too dirty. I'd love to, oh, there you go. We've already started, but everybody's had permission to get rid of you. So it's not going to bother me today. I want some. Okay, I'm absolutely sharing this with my husband later. Good, brilliant. That's what I want. And this is what I want to hear. We hide away so much from our sexuality and we don't give ourselves enough pleasure during sex. And I think certainly I'm going to open up here. And as I've got older, I believe that I've probably, as I'm sort of heading towards that menopause time, it's on sort of the verge of my life. It's the time where I really sort of, what I haven't experimented with with my personal life sexually, that I really want to do it. I got rid of that one. Thank you. I want to do that. I want to touch on those places within me and within my partner that I really want to go to. And I open that to everybody here because it's really important that we do that and we see ourselves as sexual beings because that's what we are and that's the healthy thing to be. I think that I am past it sexually. Aha, maybe not, Catherine. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So let's look at women. We've got 11 erogenous zones, and I want you to sort of think about the moon cycles and how they shift and how they twist and how they turn. And we really do fit in with the energy of those cycles. We wax and we wane like the moon. Sometimes we're moody, sometimes we're happy. Men don't understand us, men do understand us, and we go through those shifts and changes, and it's very natural. And we should never be told by any doctor or anybody that this is crazy and that woman is mad and she's this and she's this. And we're told too many times that we are crazy because we fluctuate. And we don't understand ourselves. Absolutely, Christine. It's so true. And if men can come to an understanding that this is what their women are like, then they are more than halfway there. It's so important. So every 2 days, or every 2.5 days, a woman's moon center shifts. She has 11, and I'm going to read them out to you. And I'm going to tell you which moon center means what. However, the work comes when you have to work with your own moon centers, because not every woman has their moon center at the same time, at the same part of the moon phase as the woman next door, okay? So you're all very different. You will be all very different to me. So what it takes is work. It takes you to sit every 2.5 days with your moon center and work out where it is. Now, if anybody is going to ever buy the Ultimate Moon Lover. I've had a couple of people do this with me. The Ultimate Moon Lover is my most, Julie, welcome. It's my most, I did send you your moon signs, by the way. I hope you got them in your email, because that came in as spam. But I did it yesterday or the day before, so you have it now, my love. What was I saying? Be too now. Got myself off track then. It will come back, it will come back. Let me think what I was saying. Yes, Ultimate Moon Lover. So the Ultimate Moon Lover includes me mapping out with you and working with you, whether you're in the States, whether you're here, wherever you are. It helped, oh, I will check, yes, it's there. Thank you, Yenta. I include it, the mapping out. So I work with you in mapping out your moon centers, so that you know exactly which part of the moon your vagina is more excited or your eyebrows are more excited. And I work with that with you so you understand where it is in your body and where those emotions are. And once you get to know where those emotions are in your body, your partner can work there with you, and you can be there, and you can be much more understanding of who you really are. And God, isn't that like what we all want, instead of like beating ourselves up? Such a positive, healthy topic for women and men. Thank you. Oh, Heidi, you're so welcome. You're welcome. The vagina. This is so great. What do you want me to call it? The lady's purse. Should we call it that one? So there's all fluctuations. So you change every 2.5 days. It's like the nostril thing I've spoken about. We change every 2.5 hours with the nostrils, whereas the moon centers, they change every 2.5 days. So it's really important that you sort of connect with them, and you sit with them, and you feel the energy of them. Men have their cycles also. They do, Christy, but men only have one moon center. But I'm going to explain that at the end. I'm going to tell you about that at the end, because it's important that we cover men here as well. I'm not going to be all about the women. Oh, my son doesn't like that word. Which one? Which word? So, okay, so I'm looking at my next point. So the fluctuations, we've covered that, and we interweave with the moon. So it's kind of, you know, your cycles work with the moon, waxing and waning. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're a full moon, it doesn't matter which part, whether you're in maiden, mother, crone time. It doesn't matter if you're in menopause. It doesn't matter if you're in puberty. It doesn't matter if your menstrual cycle, if your moon time is during the full moon, the new moon, in between moon. It doesn't matter where it is. This works for you. Get high on half moon, get off. We're doing okay so far for blocking. Please feel free to block when they come up. So let me start. Okay. So the moon centers shift and change every 2.5 days, and we're going to start with the hairline. So along here, this is the hairline. Feel free to write these down if you want to. I'll go slowly. Vagina, he blushes. Oh God, need to think of another word then. Is he young? How old is he? Is he a teenager? So the hairline. So the hairline is about stability. It's about feeling stable. It's about feeling clear, and it's about feeling realistic, ladies. So when do we feel like that? You're going to find out when you feel like that, the correct medical word, and so like it. I'm using it. Yeah, the correct medical word, vagina. Okay. It's better than the C word, right? Okay, so that's the time when we feel stable, clear. When this point is you know, the time when this part likes to be massaged and loved by the man. Also 12. I've got a 12-year-old, but a lady. Hey, Sage. So this is all about the clear, realistic time. So yeah, rubbing this part of yourself, or getting your man to rub this part of yourself, will bring you some clarity, and you'll know it, because you'll really feel sensitive at that point. You know, I know where I am now. Okay, I don't need to share that, but it's not here. Okay, so I'm not clear, and I'm not being realistic. Okay, so then we move on. I'm sensitive. Okay, so then we move on to the cheeks. So this area, this part of your cheeks, it's all about being unpredictable. Okay. So come on, ladies, we have unpredictable, I can't even say it, unpredictable times. My bum is sensitive. My bum gets sensitive, very sensitive. So this is that unpredictable time of, so if this feels sensitive now, then you might be in your unpredictable time. Mr. Mark Rock, welcome. I haven't seen you for a while. So then we move on to the earlobes. Okay, all right then. Let's go. Number 3, I'm counting them. So here, your earlobes. Now, your earlobe sensitive, this is about intellect. This is about your intellect, your earlobes. Then we move on to the lips, and that's all about interactivity, communication. It says it, doesn't it? Are we talking clearly? Are we being aware of what we're saying? Or are we just screaming our mouths off? So this area, and our lips get very sensitive. I know that. Hello, Christine, welcome. You might want to watch the beginning on the replay for this one. So then we move on to the back of the neck, where the back of the neck is all about romance. It's all about the romance. And I often, it's weird because I'm very much into working on my neck. Oh, hi, just saw you on. Oh, yeah, I'm here. I'm on the second day of menses. Okay, so it's different for everybody. So it's kind of, you have to work out, I can't tell you where you are because everybody's very, very different. It doesn't work as, oh, the vagina's for the full moon and this bit's for that, you know. You've got to work out where you are every 2.5 days. So it is a bit of work that you have to put in there if you want to work it out. So the neck is all about romance. The breasts are all about compassion and about giving. Love the Sanskrit word for yoni. Yes, I should have said yoni, shouldn't I, Heidi? Because that's what I work with, the yoni steams and the yoni. They would talk about the yoni. But we'll talk about the vagina too, because it's the same, it's the same thing. So I've actually got a new yoni product coming out that's going alongside my yoni steam. So I'm going to be showing you that on Instagram in the next few days. So that's very exciting. So the breasts are all about compassion and about giving. But we know that as mothers, if we breastfeed and we give from our breasts, that's all about that. No worries, it's all good. Love your tattoos. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. So from the breast, we move on to the belly button. Now the belly button, this makes a lot of sense to me. I know it is. It's interesting for me too, because I love working with these areas. So the belly button, and this is very, I have a bit of an issue certain times of the month of having my tummy rubbed. So the belly button it's actually about insecurity. It's actually, and remember that's the area where we leave our mothers and the connection is cut. So it's all about the insecurity. It's all about being exposed, which I always find when I see girls with their bellies out, and I always think it's lovely, but I always think, oh, cover it up. I'm like an old woman, cover it up. But it's about that insecurity and being vulnerable. People touching my belly creeps me out. There you go. So there you go. So at this moment in time, you know, how is that feeling? If you give your belly a rub, how does it feel? Or men, get the lady next to you, hopefully not on a bus or something. How about if it's, mine's pierced too. It should make no difference. I have spoke to an acupuncturist about a pierced belly button, and if it's pierced with metal, it's supposed to not be very good because the coldness of the metal affects the womb. So it's not supposed to be very healthy for you. Because I've never dug my navel. You've never had your navel touched. Makes so much sense. It makes so, yeah. So we're all feeling that. What about the area of the shoulders, just below the neck? Yeah. So it would be that area, the romance is where the romance area is. I'm guessing these are specific areas, Tamara. So they're like, these 11 points are the areas, the erogenous zones of a woman, according to the moon cycles. That's what fun. I'm trying for a baby. No, it's fine. Is it not pop? Is that about your piercing? Because it might actually pop out. So I know that with my second daughter, my belly button piercing just popped out. My body rejected it. So your body will reject it if it doesn't want it. So where are we? Breasts, giving, belly button insecurity, exit. It's funny how we've had most of the conversation on the belly button area. There's insecurity in the belly button area, and we feel vulnerable in that area. So maybe we all need to look at this one together. Getting it out, yay! Keeping it warm is really important. It's massaged. This is where the yoni steam comes in, girls, and the red tent, which I'm bringing out tomorrow. I got a little boy already, but nothing's working at this minute. Maybe I'm stressing. Absolutely. Have you tried yoni steaming, my love? Clearing out the old and bringing in the new, and as well positive intention. And there's a few more things I'd like to say to you, but I'd probably like to say them privately to you. So we may want to communicate by email there, Lauren. So the upper thighs, what a good idea. Okay, what the upper thighs? Yeah, clearing the old, so important. I need to do my yoni steam, I haven't done it yet. The inner thighs, sorry. This is about affirming. So having your inner thighs touched is all about affirming. Where do I learn some more about yoni steam? By me. I go on my website. There's a yoni steam there. And I've got something coming up with the yoni steam tomorrow. The steaming might be so great for her. Steaming is amazing. So if you haven't read about the yoni steam, it's just fantastic. It's the best thing. One of the best things I ever did was to start yoni steaming. It's fantastic. Men, if you're watching, share it with your women because it's so important. It's so healthy. Never heard of it. Okay, Lauren, go on silent-moon.co.uk. It's under additional products. There's 2 that I put out. One is that you go alone and you do it. There's 3 that I do when I give you support with it as well, that you get 3 packs. I know, I don't think Shannon's on here, but she's done it and she's just had such an amazing result from it. What's going on, gorgeous? Oh, we're talking about female and male moon centers and sexuality. So where are we? Oh, thanks for sharing, everybody. Belly button, inner thigh, right, the eyebrows. So what does that say to you? You think about the eyebrows and having your eyebrows touched. I'm not there either today. I'm not feeling this. I'm just highly insensitive today. So it's actually, oh gosh, number 4. I'm counting today. I thought there'd be a lot more today. So this area is wonderful. It's all about, it's actually about imagination and being imaginative. So it opens up your imagination. Hurts when I get waxed. So this is all about your imagination, the eyebrows, the clitoris. That's all about extroverted and sociable times. So I'm going to say expression. So imagination, expression. How about bikini wax? I love my eyebrows being rubbed. It's good for migraines, actually. It is very good for migraines. So the clitoris is all about the sociable time, which I find quite funny. I've thought about that when I work with that. It's like my extroverted time. It's quite funny, really. Threading. Oh, yeah. My daughter had that done the other day and she came back with a cut. So I had to go and see the lady and I was kind of not very happy. So yes, clitoris is all about sociable times. And then the vagina, the yoni, is all about depth and it's all about sharing. So that's, that's what they're all about. So every 2.5 days, there is a shift and there is a change. And if you're working with me with the Ultimate Moon Lover, then I work with you, but it might take some time to really give some commitment if you want to do this alone on those times and really work with where you are. If you're quite a sexual being anyway, you might already know where these points are within you and think, oh yeah, I know where I am in the moon cycle and how this feels to me. So there's a specific Kriya in Kundalini Yoga called Kirtan Kriya, which we do, and I'm probably going to share it with you in the next few weeks or maybe even tomorrow. This one is specifically for women, and it's fantastic at getting rid of all the old energy of all your old partners, and along with the yoni steam. I'll put the yoni steam up at the end actually so you can see it, so you know where it is. And it's really good at releasing all, us women have taken on a lot through ancestry and through ancestral healing. And, many of us have taken on the scars from our mothers, from our ancestors. And that's why yoni steaming is really important, just to clear the way, not just for you, but by cleaning the way for yourself, you're clearing the way of your ancestors. It's good for cleansing the womb. Absolutely. So not only the yoni steam, but the actual, what was I going to say? What was the meditation, the Kirtan Kriya is brilliant also for releasing the old in what you've taken in. Remember, when we take in a man, we take in them physically. We take in a man physically. So that imprint of the man is within us for lifetimes if we don't release it ourselves. And a brilliant way to do it is to actually do it through meditation, and Kirtan Kriya is a brilliant one to do it with. It's a Satanama Kriya, but it's done in a particular way by lying down. I kick myself out. Oh, you kicked yourself, as long as I didn't kick you out. Men actually can get rid of women out of their lives, believe this or not, ladies. And Rob, if you're still there listening and you're not fed up already. Men can get, I'm going to read this quickly. So good, Indra. I'll stop back later to hear. Okay, good. Thanks, Heidi. Why do I keep thinking a yoni steam looks like a vacuum? I think that's a really brilliant analogy. It's a really good way of looking at it because you're clearing out. It's drawing down, it's drawing out. Good idea, Bella. Thank you. So, I was going to say about the man. A man, you'll laugh at this, a man can release a woman out of his auric field after 2 weeks. of having her sexually. Whereas a woman holds the imprint of a man, unless she works on it for the rest of her lifetime and can take it into her lives. It does sort of vacuum. So if you think about it, it's quite intense. It's quite an intense thing that we have to do. And you think about all the partners that we've had, or not if you haven't, and brilliant if you haven't. I'm okay, I'm learning lots. Good. I'm glad you're here, Rob. It's brilliant you're sticking on. It's totally true. And so we have to work at letting go and releasing and releasing. Does that apply to female partners as well? No, it doesn't apply to female partners as well. It's just when there is, I do actually, I'm going to give my view on that. I do believe we imprint each other anyway, because we attract each other through mirroring each. I can't get my words out today. Women who have had female partners, I mean. If there has been, it doesn't mean if there, no, it doesn't. No, I'm going to say it doesn't. It's about the male energy, the actual sexuality of the male, the divine masculine and the feminine. But there is if there's a connection between the two of you, there will be an imprint. There is no doubt about it, but there won't be the same as a man. Does it have to be sexual or merely sensual? When I was saying sexual, I mean about actually entering the woman. So that is when that's when that connection, when you've had that connection with a man, physically through the penis and the vagina, then it's what I was saying about the 2 weeks and the lifetimes of like clearing. So you do understand, good. So for women who have had a lot of sexual partners, they do have to do the clearing work through meditation or through whatever practice they believe that I'm not saying you have to do meditation, but Kirtan Kriya is a brilliant one. If you don't do it already, it's a great one for starting with in Kundalini Yoga. I get a lot of people say to me, during yoga, is like, where do I start with meditation, especially if they're new? And I always say that Kirtan Kriya is a brilliant one for anybody who's starting Kundalini Yoga for the first time. It's very important to clear it, yeah. So it's Satanama, infinity, birth, death, rebirth. So it's a really good, you're just tapping on the meridian points, okay, of the hands. And you would say it for as long as you want to. Christy, you're late. You're going to have to watch the replay. You'll enjoy this one. But there's a different way to do it, when you're clearing the auric field from partners, for women specifically. So keep tuning in, because I'm going to share it over the next, maybe even tomorrow, but maybe not if I'm in the woods doing the meditation. But I will share it, because I never forget, because I'm like an elephant. We're talking Okay, so ladies, before I move on to the men, because there's not much to say about the men, but it's important that you listen to. Is there anything that you want to ask? Because it's important that if you want to ask, you do. I tried to teach hubby to meditate, lol, he giggled. Maybe it was just not the right meditation. Maybe there's something that he does, that he feels that he meditates, walking and playing golf. That might be his meditation. It doesn't have to be meditation as we see it, sitting down cross-legged. That's what we talked about in global meditation scope. You know, there's dancing, there's singing, there's whatever makes your float boat float. Yes, you've got, okay, you're talking to somebody else, yeah. Oh, BJJ is his. BJJ is his. Have I got that right, Julie? Best possible and positive way of pregnancy. You're asking that question. You're asking that question. Clear the way. Clear the way. Yeah, it's really important to clear. Yes, okay. I would say it's very important to clear the way. It's very important to be with the person that you feel the connection with, and it doesn't always happen that way. And I do believe, clean up your diet, but don't stop yourself giving yourselves the things that you really do want. I've got a thing. I'm doing a diet at the moment. I'm doing a detox thing. I'm doing a parasite detox. So I decided not to go too heavy on the diet thing and just listen to my body, but do the parasite detox and just clear out my body in the way with the stuff that I'm actually taking, which is pure garlic. But it's just really quite strong and intense. It's going good, but it's kind of like it's kind of another subject now. But I'm going to stay on with Lauren, and then I'll talk about the detox. Chocolate, I can't live without it. Then that's fine. Just treat yourself to good stuff. Good morning, lovely. Good morning, Ruby. Welcome. So I do believe that there's one thing we say in yoga. It's a really good thing if you're finding it hard to get pregnant. There's one good thing that you can do. It is awesome. is once you've had sex and you might not feel like doing this, but get into a shoulder stand, get into a headstand, and allow the sperm to just come down into your womb if you're having trouble getting pregnant. That's one thing we always say in yoga to try, is to actually try straight after sex, really, standing on your head or going into a shoulder stand, and it will really help to bring the sperm into you. And don't stay there for 72 hours, because that's how long the sperm is active for. But you, yeah, I did that, great. So there you go. So it does, if you're having trouble, it's a really good thing to try. But really stay positive, Lauren, and don't worry. Ladies, if you've got any advice to share with her, please share. If I love it when we all share it. You know, it's really, that's important to me. I do. I've got two children. Neither were planned. So yeah, I don't have trouble and never had trouble getting pregnant. Chocolate, yay! And so as for the detox, chocolate, I decided, no worries, peace, joy and love, wonderful. I decided, I was saying I was doing a detox, and it never came to me fully about what it was that I wanted to do until I went for my colonic irrigation. And I was talking to my lovely friend Liz, who does the colonics on me, and it was a real strong feeling that I needed to do something for parasites. So I'm taking this particular stuff, which is called Alitech, which if this was smelly periscope and you could smell it, you would all jump back. If you smelled the strongest garlic ever, you wouldn't want to smell my breath right now. 3 times a day. Oxytec and Alitech, and they're just brilliant, and they're really shifted my digestive system, and they're really good. But I don't have to really change my diet. I just have to keep it kind of healthy. How often do you recommend a colonic irrigation? I have colonics once or twice a year, no more. I had trouble, took Cookie for a few months. It's pathetic. I've never been blocked or reported as I'm not rude or abusive. I missed that one. What happened there? Colonic irrigation is wonderful. Yes, it is. It's absolutely wonderful. Okay, so I've got to continue with this one, with the men. Okay, I was going. I always wondered about beards. I always wondered about beards, and I think my scope crapped up. God, I can't get my words out. It must be my lip issue, my lip time today. I got pregnant, it seemed. I used to... Oh, absolutely. So you sit on the toilet seat and you get pregnant, one of those. So beards and men. The male moon center is here, just the one, okay? There's his protection zone. I need to talk slower. It's here, okay? This is where it is on his chin. It's actually connected to the trigeminal nerve of the brain, which is what produces the male sensations of the face. And it's here. It's right here. So this is partly why the man has a beard, and he has a beard. And I want to read out to you what it actually says. And this is partly what Yogi Bhajan has talked about in Kundalini Yoga, because it's really important. I was reported, Indra, for saying that BJ is Brazilian. Really? Okay. Oh, let it go. I have a big beard. If it was done by somebody, it could have been done by mistake. Don't worry about it. I've been reported to at times when I've said something like something crazy. You just have to you're left to sort of hang for a minute while you're allowed back on scope. I have a bird in my beard. Okay, looks like a robin. Big man. Oh, so all the men are coming on now. We're talking about beards. So I just want to say this is kind of the male moon center. And I'm going to read this out to you. And I know Rob's here. So, and it's important for us to hear about the men as well. What is the association between the chin and the connection? I'm going to read that now. So as we all know, the women relate to the moon and the men relate to the sun energy. They do not have a menstrual cycle. And there's a constant ebb and flow in a female. She has hormones and she goes through change. Well, men do have some changes, but they don't have them like the women do. They don't have the mood swings. They don't have like the big attitude changes that the women have. So the chin is a moon center that corresponds to the emotional activity because of the location of the trigeminal nerve in the brain. And this transmits sensations from the brain to the face. Okay? So the man's beard is a buffer between its emotional self and the worlds around him. The woman doesn't have that need because she finds that with her emotions, she feels okay interacting with the world while she's emotional. So I would love to know, I haven't got many men on here because I know Joel's not on here today and he has a beard. So I would love to know from men if they've noticed any difference by having a beard and their protection and not having a beard and maybe feeling more vulnerable towards women. I mean, I don't know if that's been the case with any man, and I don't think there's many men on here today. So is that why hubby likes to be stroked in his beard? Yes, absolutely. Let me ask hubby. Yes, please do, Angel. Ask. Running out of battery, catch it later. Lots of love. Thank you, Vanessa, for being here. I just feel scruffy. Okay, Richard, you just feel scruffy. Do you feel depressed, not like living in America? No. Okay, let's just get rid of that before I read Christine's. My brother had an experience and he was made... Oh, I missed the end bit. That was really important. That's interesting. He doesn't feel any difference. Yeah, men would have a breakdown. Hell yeah, when men would have a breakdown. They do say, and what we do when we were training in Kundalini, we did say that men do have this protection, to protect themselves from the women's emotions. When my husband shaved off his goatee, he started feeling insecure. There you go. He is a neurodeveloped educator, so he taps on his cranial nerve. Oh, brilliant. Daily, brilliant. Chin strapped beard here. I see that. Don't notice protection, mainly from the cold. makes them feel manly. Yes, Lauren, absolutely. He was made to shave for the job. He missed it a lot. Yeah, absolutely. And I can imagine that. I mean, let's get personal here, girls and boys. When I've shaved off my pubes before, I felt vulnerable, you know? I've done that and I actually don't like it. I like to have my hair. And in Kundalini Yoga, when we talk about, one of the things about Sikh religion, my dad, yeah, absolutely. We're quite open here, Richard. My dad was a Sikh, and one of the parts of the religion is not to shave any of your hair off, and that's why Sikhs have long hair, and that's why they put it on their head, and that's why they have their beard. It's all about protection, and it's also, when we put the knot on our head, it connects us to the higher self. In Kundalini Yoga, you wear your knot on your head for a reason. I don't always do it, because I'm not sort of... big into being strict about practice in a way that I need to fit in with a certain way. When I practice Kundalini Yoga, I'm very open about the fact that I don't wear white because I don't feel that I need to wear white to have the connection, but I honour it, and that's wonderful. I feel insecure if I don't shave, especially with me doing pole fitness. Well, yes, and you will do. If you didn't shave doing that, then you would probably feel that, oh my God, people are looking at my hair. But there is nothing wrong with having hair. And I was going to say that too. I just asked hubby if he felt more confident with it without his beard. I would say he probably felt more confident with his beard. For protection, maybe. I don't know, because I don't know your husband. Oh, you said he felt confident with. Yes, absolutely. So... yeah, so it's like and it's also armpit hair as well. You know, we're so pushed into shaving because, it's unhealthy and, it smells. Hair is supposed to be, is purpose for it historically. Yes, it does. And, she smells and, there was always a really big thing between, and I'll say this out loud, will shaving cause ingrown hairs? It can do. Yes, it does. My brother said he felt more confident and strong. Yeah, compared to waxing. Shaving will cause more ingrown hairs than waxing because waxing gets rid of. I used to do beauty therapy, so I know years and years ago it kind of gets rid of them and it pulls them out from the root. But it doesn't say that they won't come back. Don't use one of those epilady things because they're not good. They rip your hair out and they cause broken veins. Waxing hurts so bad. Oh, but it'll get rid of quick. The Spartans combed their long... Yes, they did. They did. Yeah, sugaring is better. Absolutely, I do agree with that. Actually, sugaring is really good. All the power is in my beard. Yes, I agree with that as well. And it's the truth. And that's why Sikhs are... Hi, Sona. Sikhs are warriors. And they have their beards. And it attracts the energy in. And it's like radio signals. It brings in. And that's why we do this. That's why we have this. And it's so... It's so sad that we have, children. My daughter, she's 12, but, you know, she's very quick to shave her legs over the last year, you know, because being at school and doing PE, I taught myself how to sugar. Good, that's brilliant. It gets rid of it. I accept the man with all the hair God gave them. Chest, yeah, me too. I do actually like men with hairy chests. I find that's really kind of divine and masculine. I got a bun in my hair at the moment. I got a bun in my hair at the moment. How do you sugar? I think you have to learn how to do it, because you have to learn to go with the way of the hair growth and stuff, because if you go the opposite way, it can rip your hair and cause ingrown hairs that way. Increase intuition. It does, Candy, it does increase intuition, because it brings the vibes down into the head. So yes, it's all about that. The bun is about that, and it's all about the higher self. So that's why you see it in the Sikh religion. And also it's, you know, it's all about standing in your own power and just allowing yourself to be your authentic self. And I was just going to say that I remember in the 80s, we used to go on holiday to Greece, and a lot of English people used to go to Greece and to Spain, and a lot of German people would find it, they grow their armpit hair. They don't have a problem with that. It's a different culture. But I know a lot of English people that would go, oh, that's awful, that's nasty. But, you know, and I was trained to think that was the way it was. But when I look at it now, I think, well, it isn't. You know, people just do what they do with their own body, and that's fine. My beard is multicoloured. Oh, my goodness. Wonderful. I love it. Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it when men just allow themselves to have a beard and let it grow. It's absolutely, it's great. It's wonderful. So, has anybody got any questions? Proud hair pits here. I actually got mine lasered off because I found myself getting a lot more sweaty when I had armpit hair. But I do admire you for doing that. I used to try and because I've got really thick hair. So when it comes in fast and furious, and it's kind of very thick. My wife does not like facial hair. Lucky for me, I don't grow much. You don't have much. I want to get mine lasered. Yeah, I mean, if you've got blonde hair, it'll happen very quickly, probably in 3 treatments. But I had about 12. I can't know. I can't tell you your future. I'm a Canadian, but come from German roots, so I don't shave. Yeah, so absolutely, you don't shave. It's not part of your culture, and I think that's really brilliant. And you probably think, like Westerners, like English people and Americans who do shave, it's like, why do they shave? But, you know, I think it's great. Just matter whatever you feel's comfortable, as long as you're comfortable. So everybody, please watch the replay. That was a really interesting, long 45-minute scope today. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to email me at indra@silent-moon.co.uk. I am here every day. I am here. I'm just kind of getting my website up to show you the Yoni steam before, because I did say I would. Okay. Thank you. indra@silent-moon.co.uk. If you have any personal questions and you want them answering, thank you. It was wonderful as always. Thank you, Yenta. That's wonderful. Thank you. Sherry's been wonderfully quiet today. I've been in your wonderful mess, Sherry, listening. We'll check my email, honey. Yes, it's there. So here you go. This is additional offerings. I'm going to give you a heads up on what's coming out. All the information about yoni steaming is there. I make my yoni steams they're very, enjoy your scopes. Thank you. I make them all like loveliness. It's under additional offerings. If you see there, just go on additional offerings on the top line of my website. You can see it, there you go, Yoni Steam. And there it is, bundled up beautifully. And all the information about the Yoni Steam. Men, please read this, because, you know, women are always impressed if you can tell women something that they don't know about themselves. So take that as a heads up. So go away and read all about Yoni steaming and the benefits. It's on my website. And just to let you know, so there's additional offerings. So it'll be along, I'll just go backwards. It'll be along the top of the page there, and additional offerings there. It's there. But in the next few days, when you yoni, you have to take an hour's rest after your yoni steam. So make sure you do it in private. Make sure you've got plenty time to rest. Got to have a look. I need this. Yeah, it's brilliant, Julie. It really is. I changed my life. I have my oatmeal. It's a long one today. So I noticed through my own personal experience that thank you, Yenta, when I was yoni steaming, I was getting a bit of cramping, and that's quite normal because what it is, it's your womb just releasing, and it's letting go. And life-changing steam for rest, absolutely. So when you rest, what I've brought out now, which is ready, it just isn't on the website, it's going to be up on Instagram in the next day, is red tent, which goes along with your steam. And what it is, I need this. It's a bottle of a rollerball. You can wear it anywhere in the body, but where I advise you to put it is on your belly. So after you've done the yoni steam, you're going to roll it in your hand, you're going to take 3 deep breaths, and then you're going to rub it on your womb, and you're going to rub it around your back, nice sensual massage on yourself, or get somebody else to do it if you want them to do it, but I don't suggest you get all sexy when you've done your yoni steam because it's rest time. And then once you do that, you lie down, you rest for an hour, and this oil that I've created it's all about the womb. It's got mugwort in, it's got loveliness in there just to really help relax the womb, because I felt that when I was relaxing after a yoni steam that I needed something extra that was just going to give my womb that extra bit of So the yoni steam is online, but the red tent isn't yet, but it's still available. So if you want red tent as well, then you just have to message me and you just have to say, Indra, I want red tent, and I'll send it out. Indra@silent-moon.co.uk. Much love. Thank you for your advice. Lauren, you're very welcome. And as always, I give plenty of wonderful advice. So go to my homepage, and if you feel I'm worth it, feel free to scroll down the bottom of the page and donate a little bit of something. For the price of a coffee, you can donate to me, and I would always, always, always be very grateful to feed my children. Thank you, everybody. Wishing you a great day as well, Rob. And I hope you've learned a lot. It was a little bit about men there and their beards. But please, 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 please watch the replay. If you haven't shared it already, please give this a share, because it's lovely for women to know about this stuff, and men. Is red tent just for using with the steam? No, you can use it all the time, Christine. You can use it anytime. You can use it for cramps. I created it specifically for the yoni steam, but I also, because I love the smell of it, yeah, it's quite educational. I actually use it as a rollerball behind my ears as well. So it's you can use it on your body. It's anywhere. Thanks, my lovelies. Give it a share, give it a tweet, give it some love, and I'm always grateful for donations. Thank you. Love you so much. Enjoy your day. See you tomorrow at 2:30 for Wild Woman Meditation.